and welcome to another exciting edition of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your MC, Davo. With me today, we have Kells.
Hello.
We have Andy.
Hello, Ladle Brainers.
We have Twy.
It's me.
And we have the Sensei Neil.
Hey, everybody. So I thought what we would do today is play the third game of the
Hi Karate
tournament. As you know, the way we do the tournaments is first place win gets you 4 points, second place gets you 3 points, and so on. Currently, after 2 games, Kells and Twy are tied for the lead with 7 points. Andy's got 4, and Davo has 2 points. So the way game 3 is going to work is just like our regular games. We've got 6 categories of 4 questions each. Each question's worth 10 points with a few bonus points thrown in here and there. And then a final, which is worth up to 100 points. And so there's a funny story about today's theme. I kind of had this whole joke thing. This theme was suggested by Ian in Vermont. And he was like, wouldn't it be funny if you had a D&D game that was nothing like D&D, and it would really kind of be funny because Davo would realize that and so on. So I wrote the quiz, and then a couple days ago we were recording it, and then 4 categories in, I realized that I hadn't hit the record button yet.
Oh.
So, which is a real shame because there were some really, really funny answers in there that are never going to be heard.
We were doing poorly.
Well, you say we.
I mean,
Speak for yourself.
Some
I was doing poorly.
Andy was bringing the class average down.
He really was.
So I didn't want to waste the last categories. So with the help of some of our super patrons, especially Nabs, with a bit of an assist from Ian and from Jennifer.
Ian and Jennifer, woo!
I have a whole new quiz. Well, mostly new quiz for your enjoyment, and the theme is D&D.
Well, I love Dungeons and Dragons.
I know. See, the whole thing is
We've already.
it was so fun. It was so fun when I said that last time, and they didn't know that it wasn't really about D&D. But now, I mean, I guess I kind of spoiled the surprise for the listeners at home, but players already knew it. So I don't know. I'm kind of depressed about the whole thing because
It should be pointed out that this podcast has produced over 260 episodes, regular episodes, and well over 50 Patreon episodes. We've been doing this for 3 years. Am I right?
5.
Yeah. Sure. 5 years, 3 years.
Close enough.
We have
Feels like
wasted
about 4 or
5
5
years
months,
of
I
our
think.
life. Anyway, this genuinely is the first time Neil's made a mistake.
Well,
That is a remarkable record.
Yeah, like Ripken-esque.
Yeah, it really is.
It will not be duplicated.
Right.
well, I
You
mean,
should come out of the dugout and take your bow.
I hope I can do another 250 episodes before I screw up again.
We do too, because that was a huge cup.
All right, Andy.
Wow.
Did not see that one coming.
Wow. He got me there.
Right.
Holy
I
bucket.
cracked myself up on that one.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Okay, so as I said, this is the
Hi Karate
tournament, which means that once per episode, once per game, each player gets to karate chop one of their opponents if they want to. If their opponent gets the question correct, the chopper gets the points. If they get it wrong, then the chopper loses their opportunity to answer the next question because...
Hi, karate. Be careful how you use it.
It's so good.
Exactly.
It's so good.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Those old commercials are just hilarious. If you haven't watched them, you owe it to yourself. Okay, so theme D&D. Category 1 is music. Unless you guys, do you guys have any questions
No.
before we start? Comments?
No.
Further criticism?
None.
Nope.
No.
Okay. All right, category 1, music. Question 1, who's the founding member of the rap duo The Dog Pound who's not corrupt?
What? Come on.
Not corrupt.
I'm sorry. When does LyricBot give me the lyrics to a 1960s or 70s song I've known by heart for 50 years?
All right, I'm locked in. This is starting off swimmingly.
Locked in.
Okay. Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay. Let's start with Kels.
Daz Dillinger.
David?
What? Dapper Dan.
Andy?
Good one. Peter Dinklage's brother, David Dinklage, is big on the rap scene.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Twice.
Oh.
Daz Dillinger.
The correct answer is Snoop Dogg's little cousin, Daz Dillinger.
Huh. Oh, I'm off to a good start.
Same here, buddy.
Kels, were you pretending
Yes,
not
'cause
to
I
know
it was
as
gonna be
a
karate chopped if I was too quick.
okay? Because when you do that, I think to myself, man, maybe this is more obscure than I thought.
Seems kind of obscure to me. How about you, Davo?
I completely. I've never heard of this stuff, man.
Go
Right.
just like if you take off Snoop, it's just Doggy Dog, and Doggy Dog is the other.
Or they went with Dr. Dre.
All right, question 2. What guitarist was murdered on stage by a deranged fan in 2004? And I have an easy mode if you need it.
Guitars.
Locked in.
Well, what's his name? I think I got it now.
Easy mode.
Easy mode?
Okay, so Davo and Andy are locked in. Twy and Kels want the easy mode. Easy mode, he was the co-founder of Pantera and Damage Plan.
Oh, that
I've heard of Pantera.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Probably because you know me.
Yeah.
And it kind of sounds like a Thundercat, but that's Panthro.
Yeah.
It's Panthro's twin brother. That's an accountant. He didn't want to get into the action business.
Locked in.
I am locked in.
Okay, let's start with Davo.
Dimebag Daryl.
Andy,
Dimebag Daryl.
Twy.
Dan Dosmond.
One of the Osmonds.
Yeah.
And Kels.
Donnie James Dio.
That's an accountant right there.
That's why I stalled on Dimebag Daryl, as I had Dio in my head.
Yeah. Done.
I knew that was wrong.
Correct answer is Dimebag Daryl. Question 3. What duo founded by Amanda Palmer and Brian Viglione describes themselves as Brechtian punk cabaret?
I'm locked in.
I don't know who this is. I can't imagine who we're talking about. Locked in.
Okay. Andy?
The Deputy and Donio.
The deputy?
Nope. Because he remembers the theme.
For now. He remembers now.
That's why.
Dresden Dolls.
Oh.
Kels.
The Dirty Dianas.
Davo.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The Dresden Dolls.
Correct answer is the Dresden Dolls. Question 4. What band was formed in 1978 and loosely named after a character from the movie Barbarella?
I know this.
Oh. Right. Locked in.
Andy
I
was
don't know
just
why I
listening
had to think
them.
about that so long. I saw Barbarella over the summer for the first time in my life, and it's not good.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay, we'll start with Twy.
Duran Duran.
Kels,
Duran Duran.
Davo,
Duran.
and Andy.
Duran Duran.
Wow.
The character in question is Dr. Durand.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Mm.
They watched that movie was on the BBC the day before they decided to name their band, and that's what they came up with.
Nice.
All right, at the end of category 1, Kels and Andy have 20, Davo and Twy have 30.
Because we know Dresden Dolls.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's talk about movies.
Maybe.
Question 1. What's the name of the second movie of George Romero's series of zombie films? And for bonus, what kind of building is the setting for the movie? And for a double bonus, for another 5 points,
Guess who likes this movie?
who is the Italian prog rock band who composed the score for the film?
Mm.
Wow.
I mean,
I understood.
Flip through
deserve
my
that double
Italian
dirty double.
prog rock albums.
Understood part
You
of
deserve that.
And just to be clear, only the main question is part of the theme. The other two are not.
it.
I'm locked in with the name of the movie, but I don't have any of the bonuses.
I'm locked in. I'm not really up on my Italian prog rock.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay. Let's start with Davo.
I think it's Day of the Dead, and it takes place in a mall.
Okay. Andy,
Day of the Dead.
Twy,
Day of the Dead. I thought it was a hospital.
okay, and Kels.
I said Dawn of the Dead, which is in the shopping mall, which I think is the remake. I don't know if it was the same name.
The original 1970. You're right. The 2004 remake
Dawn of the
was
Dead.
in a shopping mall. However, the original 1978 film took place in a shopping mall,
Mm.
And
it was the dawn of the dead, not the
Oh.
day of the dead.
metal.
And the Italian prog rock band who scored a lot of the Argento movies was Goblin.
Wow.
Oh,
Hmm.
You said that like you have some recognition.
I do.
I've
I
heard
do
the
not.
word goblin before, so
Right.
Me too.
In reference to Spider-Man mainly,
yeah, usually.
Yeah.
not
Harrison
Italian
High
prog
School.
rock.
In Arkansas.
They're the goblins.
They're the Golden Goblins.
Oh,
Nice.
Question 2. Rex Harrison played which character in a 1967 musical comedy film?
Locked in.
I know the movie.
Mm.
Davo knows his musical comedy.
I do like a musical comedy.
What was his name?
Yeah, I'm on it too.
I just realized why I went with Day of the Dead instead of Dawn of the Dead.
Wow.
Because malls aren't open at dawn.
Really?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
I was
I feel
on
like-
the wrong movie for a bit.
Yeah, same.
I'll bet you we're on the same movie.
I'm pretty sure we are. We're.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
So I'll just say now, if you were on the right movie, then you wouldn't have any doubt what the name was.
Mhm.
That's how I knew I was right when I, yeah.
I knew I was right when I was on the right movie.
Yeah.
Andy, what's your answer?
So I suspect, like Kells, I was stuck on My Fair
Yeah.
Lady.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't work because I think he was Professor Henry.
Henry
Higgins.
Higgins.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mhm.
So I could not, then I remembered Dr. Doolittle,
Twice.
which I loved as a kid.
Dr. Doolittle.
Kels.
And when you remember My Fair Lady, when the Best Picture in 64.
Right.
Not 67.
Right.
Dr. Dolittle.
There's that too.
That bingo card's filling up today, man. Dr. Doolittle.
It is Dr. Doolittle.
Randy Newman.
got 2 squares.
Oscars.
Do we have that on the card yet?
Academy Award winner.
Yep, that's 2 right there.
Question 3. What 1987 movie was filmed at Lake Lure, North Carolina, and Mountain Lake, Virginia?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay. Start with Twy.
Dirty Dancing.
Kels.
Dirty Dancing.
Davo.
I am karate chopping Twy. Karate chop.
If you had left Virginia off, Niels.
And Andy.
Davo, nobody puts Twy in the corner. It's Dirty Dancing.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to go back to my secret quiz. So I have a group that's invite only for some patrons to help me with these quizzes.
Whoa.
I just want to read one of the comments in here.
Okay.
I got kicked out of that group.
You did.
Is anybody else a little concerned that Neil's got secret groups of minions?
Otherwise known as wonderful patrons, Andy.
Or Spectre, whichever one.
Until he turns them. Until he turns them to evil.
So Nabs wrote movie Dirty Dancing when he was suggesting it. And then he said, we get to hear Andy say, nobody puts baby in the corner.
Hell yeah, you do.
And then Dismiss, a.k.a. Ian from Vermont, says, if he remembers what movie it's from.
Wow.
It's all fair.
Fans.
It's all fair.
Yeah, it's all fair.
Last question. What is the full name of the third movie based on the characters Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn?
Oh, they did do one. When did that come out?
I mean, did you honestly think that I would write this quiz without there having been a third movie?
Right.
I don't know.
Trick question, bitches. There's no movie.
I don't.
And
he doesn't. You don't recognize
That
the characters.
That needs to
I
be
do.
on the bingo card, and Andy's like, I don't understand. Words in the question.
I don't know the third movie.
Just to be clear, we were talking about theatrical features.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when.
I don't know the name of the third movie.
I don't know which one was third. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in, I guess.
I didn't think this one was going to be such a stumper.
Well, that movie was trash.
Locked in.
Let's start with Kels.
Dumb and Dumber 2. T.O.
Deva.
Dumb and Dumberer, the Dumbening.
Andy.
I just put down Dumb and Dumber 3.
Okay. And Twy.
Dumb and Dumber 3.
One of you got it right. It is Dumb and Dumber 2.
So the second one was when Harry met Lloyd.
Yeah, the second was Dumb and Dumberer when Harry met Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's why
third,
they should have gone with the Dumbening.
They should have gone with the Dumbening.
They should have gone with the Dumbening, Davo. You're right.
I mean,
all right, at the end of category 2, Andy and Twy have 40, Davo 55, and Kells 65.
Okay.
Weirdly, Kells did really well on that.
I have been in a slump.
what?
Category 3 is sports and games.
I like that.
Question 1. What former professional wrestler now runs a successful yoga business?
Locked in.
Locked in.
I know what that means. Andy's karate chopping somebody. So I know good and hell well he doesn't know.
You forget how many hours of Rowdy Piper interviews I watched last week for one stupid gag. A lot.
I'm locked in.
Let's start with Andy.
I am karate chopping Davo.
I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to come.
I felt it. I felt it. The
He
crowd
locked
was
in
roaring.
definitively and quickly.
I felt it coming. And you remembered we were supposed to do that because I karate chopped.
I keep trying to fit these clips in, but you guys keep talking over them.
If Davo hadn't have been still talking, I would have thought that he said it. It was like it's so creepy. I can never tell when he's talking.
Twy, what's your answer?
Diamond Dallas Page.
Kels
Diamond Dallas Page.
and Davo.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Correct answer is Diamond Dallas Page. Question 2. What video game series features twin martial artists and has spawned many spin-off games, comics, TV series, and a 1994 movie?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Some would say an outstanding movie.
Mm.
I mean, not many people, but
No.
some would.
A distinct minority of people.
Locked in.
God, all I could come up with is Mortal Kombat.
If it's the thing, buddy.
Does it fit the theme?
Finish it.
That soundtrack was banging, man. I bought that soundtrack,
Did you really?
rocking out, delivering pizzas. Oh yeah, I did.
Wow.
What soundtrack?
To Mortal Kombat.
Me and my Geo Metro cruising around delivering them hot pies.
That is a mental picture right there. Oh, God.
You can do a lot with 95 horsepower, I tell you what.
So you had the turbo version.
I did. I splurged on mine, man. Like, they gave me the choices. I said, nah, give me that turbo.
With a spoiler on it. You know, it's a spoiler and a racing stripe on it.
I'm locked in. I got nothing.
Let's start with Twy.
Double Dragon.
Kels,
Double Dragon.
Davo,
Double Dragon.
and Andy.
Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
Correct answer is Double Dragon.
Yeah, they don't play up the martial arts aspect of the
No, not so much. Not so much. I had nothing.
But can you imagine how fun the comic book would be for DDR?
Just a whole bunch of arrows.
Yeah.
Question 3. In basketball, a double-double is a stat in which a player accumulates 10 or more in 2 of 5 statistical categories. For 2 points each, what are those categories?
All right, so I just have to come up with categories in basketball.
Locked in.
I got 4 pretty quick. The 5th one's kind of a bugaboo.
I'm still not certain about it.
No bugaboo stuck in my head.
Locked in.
Bugaboo.
Like the Destiny's Child song.
Yeah, I like that song.
All right, I'm locked in.
So happy together.
So how is the weather?
Usually people don't start singing until after they're locked in. So
Man's got a
If
point.
we didn't have to do the episode over.
Because you're doing so well before.
There's not much to the game.
There's
Wow.
not much to the game.
All right, I'm locked in.
As far as statistics go, it's not like baseball. you
Right.
know.
Fair.
All right, Kels.
Points, rebounds, steals, assists, and blocks.
Oh, fart
You
sandwich.
forgot
I forgot blocks.
Davo.
I had points, rebounds, assists, steals, and for some reason, since I forgot you could block a shot, I said turnovers. And you definitely don't want to have that
Yeah,
as part of your double-double. The
Andy.
Russell
I
Westbrook
have
double-double.
steal, assist, rebound, basket. And when they spin the ball on their finger and they do that whistling, that do, and they're like running around and, tricking everybody.
So
He said
basket,
Is
huh?
it James Naismith?
yeah, baskets, eh?
They shoot baskets.
Michael Jordan won a scoring title, averaging 32.1 baskets a game.
You go to hell and you die.
Bob Cousy, ladies and gentlemen.
It's called basketball.
Twy.
Points, blocks, rebounds, assists, and steals.
Okay. So the correct answer is points, rebounds, assists, steals, and block shots. So Twy and Kels got 10. Andy got Davo got 8. Andy gets 6.
Hey.
Because it's not baskets, it's points.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Andy. You're right, but you're wrong at the same time.
Yeah.
Just wow.
But it's not the same thing. A basket can be worth 1, 2, or 3 points, depending
It's
on
very true.
where it happens.
Mhm.
Very true.
You only get the points by putting the ball through the basket. Is there any other way to get a point?
Thank you. Thank you,
But you could get 10 points by only having 4 baskets.
Nonetheless, you got baskets. You just used fucking words
Nonetheless,
in your response. Just wow.
The ruling stands.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we're doing here tonight.
You got credit for
What with your fair and accurate keeping of scores?
I see how it's being played.
Question 4. In 1972, the Los Angeles Coliseum hosted what kind of event that featured Mario Andretti, AJ Foyt, and Bobby Unser?
Oh, I'm getting so frustrated.
kidding. Not already there, but kidding.
I know who all 3 of those people are, and I know what they do, and this
Same.
doesn't match the category.
Right. I have
Locked in.
things written. I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it. I didn't know they did it, but it's got to be this. Locked in.
Dirty dodgeball.
Okay.
Dirty.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Davo,
Demolition Derby.
Andy,
Demolition Derby.
Twy.
I'm chopping Davo.
Come on! It's a me. Yeah. Man.
And Kels.
Demolition Derby.
Correct answer is Demolition Derby. Apparently they used brand new, right off the lot cars.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. At the end of category 3, Andy has 66. Davo, 73.
Should be 93, but
And Twy has 80. And Kel's 105.
really?
Wow.
Fly is only 7 points ahead of me. Wow.
All right. Let's go to Category 4 is science and technology.
Oh,
Great.
Question 1. What technology was created to provide improved sound on 35 millimeter film prints?
Locked in.
What?
Locked in?
All right.
locked in.
That's not how you spell that at all. Okay. I'm locked in.
Okay, let's start with Twy.
Dolby Digital?
Andy,
Dolby Digital.
Davo,
Dolby Digital.
Kels.
Dolby Digital.
Correct answer
Dolby
is
Digital.
correct answer is whatever Kels just said. I would have given anybody credit for doubly too, just for the record.
Double.
That's from Spinal Tap. Question 2. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, or IUCN, has a number of coded categories for the conservation status of a species, ranging from LC for least concern to EX for no known living individuals. A related category is DD. What does the DD stand for?
Come on.
Locked in.
Kells, you know what to do. She has shown weakness.
I'm in last place. Kells is about to slap me. I was sure about Social Security, too.
Yeah, he was big confidence on
I
that
was
one.
confident.
Yeah, it's compelling there. Yeah.
And he's the science teacher.
History.
Yeah, history.
Oh, definitely. If he was
What?
the science teacher.
We're all doomed to find the science teacher. My kid spent 2 years in his science class. All they did was discover fire. That was as far as they got.
All right. Locked in.
Oh, jeez. Okay, this is wrong, but I'm in.
Same.
I'll start with Andy.
Data deficient.
Ooh,
Davo.
Oh, that's really
it
good.
is.
I wrote down what just suddenly seems to be the title of a Steven Seagal movie, Deadly Decline.
Kels
Doing dandy.
and Twy.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't die.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
I like that one too.
The category means that there's not enough information to categorize them, and it stands for data deficient.
Nice.
Very
Andy.
good.
Question 3. What term for the hottest part of the year in the Northern Hemisphere is based on an association with the star Sirius?
God, it seems like this is just a really good time for a joke.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
That sounded like, yeah, been there.
Deva,
Dog Days.
Kels,
Dog days of summer.
and Twy.
Dog Days of Summer.
Andy.
Dog Days of Summer.
That is correct. Because apparently that's when Sirius is visible in the sky or something. As opposed to visible in the ground, I guess. I don't know why I said that. It's visible on TV or
Right.
internet or something. I don't know. Question 4. What is the colloquial name for strong, well-formed, and relatively short-lived whirlwinds, which usually happen on sunny days in fair conditions?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay. Let's start with Kels.
Doldrums.
Twy.
Downdraft.
Andy.
Dust Devil.
Devo.
Dust Devil.
The answers I would have accepted are Dust Devil or Dirt Devil.
Dirt devil.
That's a vacuum.
It is.
Yes.
It's possible that they named the vacuum after the colloquial name for strong, well-formed, and relatively short-lived whirlwinds?
Actually,
Whirlwinds.
that vacuum cleaner was designed and invented by a demon named Dirt.
I'm sure that Andy or Davo will back me up. There's a huge difference between a devil and a demon.
Incredibly big. Come on.
Rookie mistake, Andy.
Let's be serious here.
Devils are lawful and demons are chaotic, I believe.
Yeah,
is
you can
one.
enter into
Neither
binding
one are
construct.
real.
Devils are lawful?
Yes.
Demons are okay.
They're very litigious.
Yes, you know the contracts with the devils. You have to have a strong sense of law to do that, and they tend to be very wordy and very litigious.
So is the theme song the Law and Order playing the whole time you're dealing with them, or
Yes.
I'm just curious, which brother are you on Supernatural?
McMillan and wife? I don't know what's funny.
All right. At the end of category 4, let's see, we've got Twy at 100, Davo 103,
Ha-ha!
Andy 106, and Kel's 125.
Oh, God.
2 questions.
Okay, category 5, cartoons and comics.
Yes.
Oh,
Some of them.
I like those.
cartoons anyway.
Question 1, what character is the most published comic book character in the world outside of the superhero genre? And I have an easy mode if you need it for half points.
Wow. That's a great question.
Outside.
I'm locked in with a guess.
I'll take easy mode.
I need to make up the points. I feel good about this.
Easy mode.
Easy mode.
Okay, so Andy's locked in. Everybody else wants the easy mode. Easy mode is he's also been in more Disney films than any other character.
Yes.
Locked in.
Really?
Locked in.
Never would have thought this in a million years.
Either.
Locked in.
Okay, Andy,
Donald Duck.
Deva,
Donald Duck.
Kels,
Donald Duck.
and Twy.
Donald Duck.
It is Donald Duck.
I'm glad I took the easy mode because I was thinking a different
Yeah.
duck.
Question 2, who is the nemesis of Snidely Whiplash?
Locked in.
Snidely.
Wait a minute.
Snidely Whiplash.
Oh, locked in.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
We'll start with Deva.
Dudley Do Right.
Kels,
Deadly Do Right.
Twy,
Dudley Do Right.
and Andy.
Dudley Do Right.
It's Dudley Do Right. Question 3. What's the name of the Hanna-Barbera villain who made appearances in several series, including Wacky Races, Yogi Bear, and his own short-lived spin-off? And for a bonus, what is the name of his canine sidekick?
Love it already. Oh, locked in.
Locked in.
Did you pull your groin? What happened to you?
You got to stretch before the show, man.
There it is. I remember the dog. I couldn't remember the guy's name at first.
I perpetually get this guy and Snidely Whiplash mixed up.
Yeah, you see.
That was my problem last question. Which one
So,
was it?
So I'm
And
not.
I have to admit, as soon as I came up with the dog first, my first thought was, I was searching for weeks for a name for my dog. This was the perfect name. It's too late now, but
Yeah.
I should have named my dog this.
Oh, like I said, your dog's brain is so small it wouldn't matter.
Right, wouldn't matter.
I'm locked in.
Okay, let's start with Kels.
It bothered me how often they could have just won the damn race if they would have just kept going instead of trying to set up traps. But
Yep. They were always ahead.
always ahead. Dick Dastardly and his pal Muttley.
Is Twy doing the Muttley laugh?
Somebody was.
No, that was not me.
Twy.
Oh, Dick Dastardly and Muttley. That's Davo.
That's Davo. Well done.
Andy.
Dick Dastardly and Muttley.
And Davo.
Dick Dastardly and Muttley.
You all got it right. I'm not going to say that name again.
Which name?
Muttley.
Question 4. In the 1950 short, The Scarlet Pumpernickel, whose middle name is revealed to be Dumas?
Mm.
Oh.
Like, locked in?
Jeez. Punt.
I'm also going to punt.
Locked in.
Okay. We're going to start with Twy.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high, twisting, hang time spiral.
Andy.
I'm hoping I'm right. I think it's Daffy Duck.
Davo.
Otherwise, I'm
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day.
Sorry, I didn't
Kick
mean
is
to cut
away.
you off.
There's a high, twisting, hang time
I thought we
spiral.
were done.
It's all right.
Kels.
Really hoping it's Daffy Duck because I halfway remember that cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it vividly. It was Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, I was thinking the real Scarlet. I was thinking Pimpernel instead of Pumpernickel.
That's where I was
Crap.
at first. And then I remembered the Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of category 5, Twy 130, Davo 133, Andy 151, and Kels 165.
Jinkies.
Which brings us to our final category, TV.
Television.
Mm.
Question 1. Although probably better known for his movie roles, especially during the 70s and 80s, what actor was a regular visitor to variety shows such as the Dean Martin Show and the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour? He also did a lot of voiceovers later in his career. I have an easy mode if you need it for half.
God.
It's a pretty vague. A movie actor that showed up on variety shows. Well,
I mean, there are other clues.
I'll take easy mode, please.
Same for me.
Wait a minute. Neil, repeat the question, please.
Come on, people. Get time. You're just buying time. Come on.
here we go.
One more story will do.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Although probably better known for his movie roles, especially during the 70s and 80s, what actor was a regular visitor to variety shows such as the Dean Martin Show and the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour, and also did a lot of voiceovers later in his career?
Can I change my mind? I like to lock in.
I'd like to lock in too, since I had extra time to think.
Locked in.
Jeez.
Yeah, once it comes to you, it's pretty. I admit, I was complaining about this, but then when I realized what it had to be,
So what does that mean you need to do to the sensei?
nothing. Remember baskets?
Oh.
Holding the grudge.
Okay, so everybody's locked in then, right?
Yes.
If anybody listening wants the easy mode, he played Captain Chaos in the Cannonball Run and was the voice of Pizza the Hut.
I did not know he was the voice of Pizza the Hut.
Okay, let's start with David.
Or I have the wrong person.
Dom DeLuise.
Kels.
Dom DeLuise.
Twy.
Dick Van Dyke.
Andy.
Dom DeLuise.
He was Dom DeLuise. Question 2. What former child star released his own sex tape in 2006 and had many run-ins with the law before his death in 2021 of lung cancer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun one.
What?
Locked in.
No, there's no easy mode for this one.
Locked in.
All right, I'll get in on this. Could you repeat the question, please?
No, you just get one time.
One time. One chance.
I'm
trying to
locked in.
understand the question.
Man. I feel my blood pressure going up. I need to get some salt, some Mrs. Dash out here. What former child star released his own sex tape in 2006?
Okay. Okay.
That's where you locked in at? Oh, that's sex tape.
Hey,
He's just having to mentally go through his collection.
Right.
got to go through what I'm
Which one?
had to open that file on the computer, like sex tape.
Too late for the
Alphabetical.
girl from Different Strokes. It's,
No.
Okay, let's start with Andy.
Dustin Diamond.
Deva,
Dustin Diamond.
Kels,
Dustin Diamond.
and Twy.
Dustin Screech Diamond.
That is correct. Question 3. What reality show that debuted in 2021? I'm sorry. What reality show that debuted in 2012 spawned a media franchise that includes at least 5 spin-off series?
There is no way I know any reality shows from 2012. I am punting.
So just like last year or something, you know.
It's been a few years.
Just a few.
Oh, now I have it.
You can fake
can
the
unpunt.
punt.
Can you
He
unpunt?
pulled it down.
unpunt.
He's running.
Can I unpunt?
You can unpunt.
I'm unpunting.
Is this your first
Locked in.
week?
I didn't know you could. I did not know you could
yourself have
unpunt.
unpunted before.
I can't.
I cannot think of what this could be. I don't know. I'm locked in with an answer.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay. Boy, it's been so long. I forgot whose turn it was to go first. We'll just start with Davo.
Drew Paul's Drag Race.
True.
Okay. Kels.
Double dare.
Okay.
That was my first joke, but we had enough time for me to think of a second joke.
Twice.
Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty.
There are 5
Andy?
spin-offs of that?
Duck Dynasty.
What?
Wait, seriously?
So
I
the
have
correct
no
answer-
idea if there's 5 spin-offs. I just went with
A double
Two
D.
Ds.
Yeah.
Wow.
The correct answer is Duck Dynasty.
Wow.
Wait, they really have 5 spin-offs?
yes.
Why do you need 5 spin-offs of that show?
Wow.
I am celebrating the end of civilization.
You should.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it started off with a direct-to-video series called Duckmen in 1987.
Oh God.
Okay.
Wow.
And then they had a show called Duck Commander on the Outdoor Channel.
Oh, dear.
Then they also had the Buck Commander that was a miniseries on YouTube. And then Duck Dynasty came along in 2012, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2014, they started doing Duck Commander before the Dynasty. 2016, they had Jep and Jessica growing the Dynasty.
Who the hell? Okay.
And then in 2016, they had Going Cyril, which follows Cy Robertson, Phil's brother.
Yeah, that's the guy you want to
That's
follow
the crazy
around.
dude. Right?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I
And
never
Days
saw a
Dude.
single.
That cup.
Yeah.
And then they had Into the Woods with Phil.
That sounds like somewhere where you get murdered.
It does.
And then they have Duck Family Treasure, which is a metal detecting show
What?
that that stars Jace and Jeff Robertson.
Wow.
Keeping them checks, Duck
I have
Dynasty.
grown as a
Holy
person.
crap. Well, or I don't know if grown's the right word.
No.
Withered. I don't know.
Withered. Yeah.
All right, question 4, our final question. What 80s animated series featured the voices of Willie Ames, Don Most, Adam Rich, and Frank Welker?
I'm locked in.
I can't think of. I'm going through. I wasted a lot of time, and I can't come up with anything.
Are you supposed to be like getting a job, building a company? What are you supposed to be doing on a Saturday morning?
Locked in.
I cannot. Locked in.
Sounded like frustration, Andy.
If I'm right.
It's always the caveat.
I mean, it almost sounds like you don't want to be right.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
All right. I am locked in.
Okay, we'll start with Kels.
I am karate chopping Andy.
Wow.
Choppa Boppa, baby.
Why?
Dungeons and Dragons.
And Andy?
Dungeons and Dragons.
David.
I'm so glad you didn't chop me. Dungeons and Dragons, baby.
The answer is Dungeons and Dragons.
So sorry. I had no clue, Andy.
Me either. I remember this was a D&D quiz, so I said it's got to be Dungeons and Dragons because it's
Yeah,
the only
great
Dungeons and
cartoon,
Dragons
man.
question.
I was scared that Dungeons and Dragons might be like the whole like sudden death thing. I was like, I try to get points while I can.
Oh, please be the whole sudden death thing.
Oh.
I watched that card. Remember, it started on a roller coaster, right?
It did.
Was it? No, it was more like a
fun
house kind of ride.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. At the end of our regular rounds, the scores are Twy with 160, Davo 163, Andy 181, and Kells 195.
I'm
It's anybody's
staging a
game.
comeback.
Please be Dungeons and Dragons questions.
Please
1 through
don't
10,
be.
baby. Come on.
No.
Don't you do that
Come
to us.
on. 1
Don't
through
you do
10.
that.
He got his fill on the last question.
Sudden death.
Yeah. Make your death save.
Okay, so the final theme, the theme for the final category is long words with double D's in them.
Oh,
God.
it is too right.
So every answer has at least 9 letters.
Okay.
So some of them you might have to think about the right way to suffix the word, for example, to make it at least 9 letters.
Right, like.
So be thoughtful.
Okay.
It's at least 9.
I am
So
known for being thoughtful.
I was thinking of you when I did this, Andy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a definition, and you tell me the word that fits the definition that has double D's in them. By double D's, just to make sure I'm clear, that's 2 consecutive D's somewhere in the name. Question 1, a slang term used to emphasize that something has little or no value or significance.
What? I don't want to go out like this.
And if all of you get it wrong, we can call it a push and keep going. Although, I guess technically the way we always play that is that it's whoever's in the league.
Yeah, no.
I would say no, sir. We ended here.
Yeah, Kells would win. We've got to come up with this.
You would say, nah.
I got all night.
I am drawing the biggest blank.
I'll tell you, this one has 11 letters in it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
No, well, okay.
But there may be multiple words that fit this definition. So, man, I did not know this one was going to be such a stumper.
It stumped me. I've got a word. It ain't got 11 letters.
Yeah, what I had in mind did not have 11 letters.
I can't even come up with something with a D in it.
I'm locked in with what I got. I'm throwing the white flag. Our computer overlords have won.
I'm going with it. Locked in.
Oh no. I'm locked in. I wrote
Now it's
something
just
on my paper that does not fit the theme.
If Twy managed to pull this one out, then you're in trouble. But
I'm
No,
in trouble.
I think I got too many letters.
too many. I got it.
It still work.
I barely got
It still
enough.
works.
I didn't get enough. This ain't 11 letters. Jeez, Louise.
All right, are we all good then?
No.
I mean,
Sure.
at least are we all
Yeah, we're
locked
all
in?
like that, but
Okay, let's start with Kels.
meaningless.
Davo?
I said it's piddly.
I thought that.
Andy?
I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. Pass.
Twy?
Nickel and dime.
Davo was closest.
Piddling.
Diddly squat.
Diddly squat.
Diddly
I
squat.
did. Wow. I hadn't said it since I was like 8. So.
I haven't said it since I was a gumshoe in the 40s.
Gumshoe in the 40s.
All right, well, maybe I shouldn't have made that the first question.
Maybe you shouldn't have.
But, I mean, I guess it has its own charm when I do
It
does.
definitely does.
So-
but damn.
So by tradition,
Yeah, so technically, Kels, you can choose if
You
you
want to
wanna
be
continue?
honorable or not?
or if you want to.
Honorable.
The pressure.
That's really what this boils down to.
Yep. Well,
it's
I've set the precedence already. Like, if this weren't a
Yeah.
tournament game,
yes, you did.
I'd say roll them out. Let's do it. But I'm trying to take the lead.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
I would-
it's clouding
I
up.
would
I
do
see
it.
lightning. I say we call this one.
So you said no.
That's
nah.
exactly what I would do.
Let me talk to you.
All right, so that is the game. Our final scores are, I mean, the same as they were when I said them earlier.
A minute ago.
160 for Twy, 163 for Davo, 181 for Andy, and 195 for Kels.
I doubled my tournament points. I'm
did.
happy.
You did. So tournament wise, Kels has 11, Twy still has 8, Andy 7, and Davo 4.
Look at you, Davo.
Jumping up.
Yeah, I rubbed my points together and got more. Gonna rub those together and get more. It's all great.
Not sure if that's how it works. That
I
might be
don't
why you're in last
I think
place.
you know how it works.
Yeah.
Points work.
No works how you were.
Can't wait.
I don't mock me.
So are we?
I won't. Sorry.
don't
So are these
mock him.
questions? The rest of these going in the vault, or we?
I don't know. Do you want to hear them or not?
I don't want this
I
crap
can't
in the
think.
vault. Let's get rid
I'd
of
like
these.
to hear I'd like to see at what other points I would have gotten now.
I
Yeah,
can't
me
think
too.
what else I would use these for.
Yeah.
So might as well just throw them out there.
Cool.
Question 2 was the quality or state of happening or occurring unexpectedly or abruptly.
Suddenness?
Yes, suddenness.
Ah,
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah, quality or state of
Yeah.
of happening would
Right,
make
right.
sense.
yeah.
To send something such as a letter or package to the wrong recipient.
Mm.
misaddress.
Yes.
Oh.
Didn't know it was a word.
Question 4, a type of hill or mountain characterized by having 2 peaks with a dip in between.
No.
Andy, what are you 6 years old?
Double D's. I get it.
Honestly, I didn't even occur to me when I.
Huh.
I have
I'm
no
out.
idea.
No idea.
No clue.
It's a saddleback.
Nope, I've never gotten it in a million years.
Makes sense.
A position of area between two extremes. I'm sorry, a position or area between two extremes, often used metaphorically.
Middle ground.
Middle ground.
Oh, well done there, Davo.
Individuals or groups responsible for setting the probabilities for outcomes in various events, especially in gambling or sports betting.
Odds makers.
Odds makers.
A derogatory term for a foolish or dull-witted person.
I don't know. Addled? Something?
Close.
Yeah, it's addled something.
Addlebrain.
Addlebrain,
yeah.
Number 8, the state of being married or united in marriage.
Wed? No.
That's not.
Keep going. The state of being married or united in marriage.
Weddedness.
Number 9, a type of chair or furniture that has a backrest consisting of horizontal slats.
Ooh. And you've made one of these. What are these called?
I don't make much furniture. Furniture's about the hardest thing you can make in a wood shop.
It's a ladder back.
Ladder.
And the last one, the movement of a body part towards the midline of the body.
Towards the midline.
This is like a medical term. So I'm just going to give it to you. I don't think you guys are. I wouldn't have gotten it.
Distal.
It's adduction.
I thought it was
abduction.
It's abduction.
Abduction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, those were brutal all the way up and down. Holy moly. Well, congratulations, Kells. You're well on your way to smelling great.
Thanks, man.
Not that you don't already, but
I appreciate it.
Meaning just to clarify, that's because he's going to win a bottle of High Karate if he wins the tournament.
Vintage.
High Karate.
High Karate.
He's going to win it. He's going to wear it out on a lovely date, and we all know what's going to happen next.
High Karate.
You will never have another
Be careful how you use it.
Thank you, Clive. Feeling that in.
So from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, I am your MC Davo with Kells.
Daring Ducker, Mr. Wee, champion of white. Swoop out of the shadow, Darkwing on the night. Somewhere some villain schemes, but his numbers up. Here come Darkwing Duck.
Andy.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I've been playing this episode for days. So long, Ladle Brainers.
Twy.
Toodles.
And the Sensei Neil.
D&D is my favorite game. I like the way you battle, but you use your brain. Just like I'm the king of the Vorpal Sword, fighting ogres and orcs in the monster horde. I roll the dice and then I lead my crew. No dungeon master can skip my troop. I like a save and throw. I like to kill a troll. List D&D with Curtis Blow.
Yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about.
The master, Curtis Blow.
That was actually Curtis
Yes, he
Blow.
did. That was Curtis Blow.
To the basketball.
Wow.
Who says D&D is not cool?
I do.
No one.
Longest D&D match ever.
He just got paid good money for that.
You're
He
very,
doesn't
very
play
right.
D&D.
Yeah. Keep getting them checks, Curtis Blow.
He did that for a movie.
Yeah.
So long, everybody.
Signing off. Why? Someone had enough.
Andy's in a hurry to get out of here.
So long.
Our D&D match.
The adventuring party enters the tavern. At the far side of the room, you see a mysterious figure in a dark black cloak. He rises and approaches the adventuring party. What say you, Neelith the Wise?
Visit us on Twitter at LittleBrain or on Facebook at Brain Little Productions.
What say you, Kelsius the Mighty?
Or you could look for us at our website, brainladle.com.
And what say you, Andronicus the Fool?
Well, we'd also appreciate it if you could check us out there on Patreon and support us. $10 sustaining membership will allow you to be on the show itself, and you can also listen to special episodes, and it's all very cool and keen.
Does everything have to be about the Beatles, Andy?
Yep.
This is a medieval fantasy setting. Why the Beatles?
It's in jolly old England.
Ugh.
It's kind of like one of the lost questions where one of my favorite answers of all time that nobody's going to get to hear the question for was Djibouti, Djibouti. And Kells was like, he was playing it up so hard that he had no idea. I can't even think of a country that starts with D.
I was trying not to lay it on super thick, but yeah, I had to play the game.
I was exaggerating a little bit. You didn't say that.
It's fair.
What he said was, I can only think of 5 countries that start with D.
to which Davo said,
"There's 3 more than me, buddy."
But I was virtually safe because Andy forgot the rules of the game anyway. So I completely forgot we could karate chop. So I was safe.
I forgot also. So yeah, you were safe.
So I think what we're all saying here is we were really on top of our game.
We really were. It was.
We were on it, and it was going to be
games.
solid. Yep.
Fair.
And that's when I pointed out that his answer to what was created by the National Security Act of 1947.
Social Security.
His question was Social Security.
More proud of that answer. It's wrong on every level. Every level of wrongness.
There's no D in there anyway.
That is the hat trick of wrong.
It is still called Social Security.
The grand slam of wrong. I intercepted myself in wrongness. By the way, how much cocaine was in professional wrestling back then?
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Holy cow.
All of it.
All joking. I'm watching these. I haven't, because I watched a little bit of pro wrestling in the, early to mid 80s. Mm-hmm. You couldn't escape it. But I hadn't seen any of that since, here I'm an adult and I'm watching these clearly somebody's VHS tapes they put on YouTube. And I'm looking at these guys like, holy crap, they're coked out of their minds. Roddy Piper in particular.
Oh, Randy Savage.
You should have seen, I'm surprised you didn't see the promo that Piper did where he took a bottle of Coors and just smashed it over his head. Like,
no, I saw that.
Oh, God.
I did see that.
Just
Came up in your
explodes on his forehead.
Yeah.
No, watch the Macho Man's cup of coffee promo and tell me that cocaine isn't in the room.
I heard a rumor that a few of them were taking steroids too.
No, that's a lie.
I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions or name any names, but
there weren't congressional hearings about it. If that's what you're wondering, it's all a lie. Yeah. It's a work.
Hearsay.
Let's get a clear one here.
Take that.
Now I feel dirty.
That is, for our Patreon supporters, they know that is my bit he's stealing.
It's an homage. It's
an
not
homage.
Okay, little Richard, you're always offended.
Paul McCartney stole my work. The Beatles, I came up with the Beatles.
I never won nothing.
That is one of the greatest speeches ever at the Grammys.
Oh,
that's early. If the rest of you haven't seen it, Google Little Richard's Grammy speech.
Beatles reference.
Spent so much time in last place and finally started climbing the ladder and just get knocked out immediately in sudden death.
We all did.
It's still depressing. The very funniest part is we got knocked out because we didn't know diddly squat.
We didn't know diddly squat.
Yeah. That's, somebody just trashed Somebody's threw away their score sheet.
Yeah, that's my score sheet. I'm not selling that one on eBay. That one's going to be burned. Got to cleanse the house of its sins.
Damn.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.
Sure, come get this baby.